Welcome back to Country Dance Spotlight. My name is Rob Ironside. I'm your host. I'm the president for the Country Pride Dance Club and one of the instructors. And with me today is Stuart. Hey, Stuart.
How's it going?
Good.
So I guess I should say I am the grants director and I do volunteering with Country Pride. I do a little bit of promotions and then of course I learn about how to dance. So that's what I do.
And he helps out a lot, so I appreciate him helping me out with these podcasts. So today's topic is social connection and the importance of dancing as far as it is pertaining to social connection. So I'm sure, as everybody is realizing, during these COVID times, we are recording this during, it is May of 2021, and we've been in COVID restrictions in one form or another now for, yikes, 14 months, 15 months now, if I can believe it, way too long.
Yeah.
And the effects of COVID have definitely had us realizing that social connection is a huge, huge important part of our lives. Just getting together with people and visiting, and never mind dancing.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through a bunch of points. Some of the stuff I'm going to cite is stuff I've got off the internet. Some are articles. When I first got into dancing, I knew it was important for lots of different reasons. But there's been more studies done and more stuff is available now that people can find to really show you the benefits of dancing and the social connection that it gives you. So the very first one, we'll just bring it up and then we'll discuss it, is that dancing builds a sense of community, meeting others, connection with another human being. Social connection, they mean the feeling that you belong to a group, general feeling of closeness to other people. Scientific evidence strongly suggests this is one of the core psychological needs essential to feeling satisfied with your life. That is a lot of information there, but that is so true. And just I don't know if you've heard this lately, Stuart, but there's been talk about how important this is, in that people have really suffered through these COVID times, and that they're going to have an easing back into the way things were, just because people have really got out of touch with people. Any comment to that?
I mean, when I sort of first joined up with Country Pride, it was when I had sort of moved back to Red Deer and I didn't really know anyone. I really had very few connections at all because all I did was work. And so Country Pride and just the dancing sort of environment really gave me a lot once I started going. So now is probably even more so.
Yeah. When they say it's a psychological need, yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe, and you really don't appreciate it when you have it until you don't have it. Now that we don't have it, we realize just how much we miss it. So yeah, it's definitely a sad, and feeling satisfied with your life. No kidding. Not being able to go out and dance and socialize with other people, it's just been brutal. So the next point on our list is shared experiences. Having fun together, learn to dance together, and laugh together. Well, I can definitely attest to this, because whether it's having done a show with our dance club or just even coming out for lessons, you can't take those experiences away. I'll kind of hit the first one, a highlight, and then Stuart, I'd like you to talk about lessons a little bit here. But one of the big shows that our club has done and our team was dancing for the 2019 Winter Games. It was a lot of work to learn the routine that we did, but we did that show in front of thousands of people. We ended up having that recorded on TSN, and it was just a fantastic event. And to have that experience, you can't take that away from us. That's something that everybody will be able to remember forever. So Stuart, why don't you just kind of mention your experiences with lessons?
So the lessons are obviously, for me, they were really getting out of my comfort zone because I felt like I was learning late. And also, for the most of the times I came down, I didn't have a partner. So at first you feel like, oh, am I going to A, like just make a fool of myself, and like B, is there going to be anyone to dance with? And then it turned out to be a really supportive group. And you once you get to know some people, you don't only dance, you branch out and do other stuff together, but having those experiences, like you say, it's a memory that you always have, and it's a really good one.
Yeah, for sure. And I know a lot of the events that we've performed at, a lot of the shows that we've done, they've just been a real hoot. And you laugh together, you have that kind of fun times. You wouldn't have it if you hadn't had dancing. And so I think again that's an important experience that people have. Um,
I
still have,
also would, I just like, that's one of the experiences that people, or that you hear about a lot, that people want something that money can't buy. That is one of those experiences. Not because it's like winning the lottery, it's something that's really personal and sort of important to you, and then it stands out. And you can do it again because you know how, right? And you still know those people.
definitely. So the next one on here is our social connection improves health, well-being, and longevity. Social connection strengthens our immune system, and that research was done by Stephen Cole. It shows that genes impacted by social connection also code for our immune function and inflammation. It helps us recover from disease faster and may even lengthen our lifespan. I mean, that's unbelievable when you think of that dancing has that ability to do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I guess people can find, if they want more information, it is on our website and stuff. I didn't know there were that many health benefits when I started out, but it's nice to hear. It's an added sort of bonus.
Yeah, and I didn't know that either until I started reading some of the studies. We have a page on our website, and I know I found more sense, but um, these studies have come out probably in the last 10, 15 years that people are looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more I want to quote here. Um, the essence of intelligence is making decisions. And the concluding advice when it comes to improving your mental acuity is to improve yourself in activities which require split-second rapid-fire decision making as opposed to rote memory. And so what they're saying there is that the study for dancing, it helps improve your split-second rapid decision making. And
Right.
I can certainly attest to that because if I don't
Yes.
if I don't come up with moves and I don't lead my wife right on the dance floor, she's not happy. So yeah, it definitely does make you do that, and it practices that. Um, any comments to that?
I mean, it's a great way to improve your sort, like your well-being, and it's a lot less difficult than going to the gym.
Yeah,
I like going to the gym. I'm just saying, dance is fun at the time, and it's also got all these benefits that you don't even know about.
yeah. Well, since you've touched on that, I can just say this that we have not been practicing with our dance team nearly as much as we did on a weekly basis. And we did get together there for a little while before the shutdown made us stop again. And we've got some younger people than me on the dance team, but both them and myself were really noticing that once we ran through the routine once or twice, we were definitely not as in good a shape as we were when we were doing it every week. So yeah, it makes a big difference to be able to go out and practice and dance all the time.
Absolutely.
The next one on the list is it prevents loneliness, depression, anxiety, and helps regulate us emotionally and improves our immune system, which we've touched on already. Well, yeah, loneliness and depression, again, that's exactly what everybody's been talking about during COVID is, just being by yourself and being lonely. It's not healthy. And, and, and just spending screen time like this is great,
Yeah.
but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. These are one of those things where people talk about it like, oh, if only I had this thing, in pill form and I could sell it and make millions of dollars, it is one of those things.
Yep, absolutely it is. Um, okay, here's another one by it's according to Lieberman, another study. There are three neural networks within the brain that promotes our social connection. One that improves our ability to feel social pain and pleasure, one that allows us to read others' emotions and predict their behavior, and one that helps us absorb cultural beliefs and their values, thereby linking our social groups. Again, that's pretty heavy stuff,
Yep.
but I can again attest to that because I've experienced that firsthand. That people may have felt a little bit awkward or uncomfortable being in social situations, but then they learn how to dance and interact with people, and they're more comfortable out there in public and also in social settings with people.
You really do get a lot of good, if you want to, like good energy off people while you're out. And you can be like in like going through a tough time, and dance isn't like a chore when you're there. It actually like recharges you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'll say even with Kathy and I, we're not totally motivated to get off our butts and go down and teach every Sunday night. But once we actually know, because we have to go, that once we're down there, we love it.
Yeah.
And so once you're up and moving around and interacting with people, yeah, I mean the night flies by, and it's tons of fun. The next one is one that I did champion, I guess, is one of my causes that I recognized about dancing, is technological isolation. Today's lifestyle disconnects us from ourselves and nature. Screen time versus human touch, asking somebody to dance. I said that when it comes to, getting people out to our dance lessons, that our competition was TV and Xbox. It's those things that keep people in front of their TVs or socially isolated by choice. And having somebody just interact with somebody, touching somebody in a healthy way by taking going dancing, it is so good for you and good for your soul.
Yeah, it's that connection.
Yeah, for sure. Dance prevents social isolation. Real life social connections can help us forget all about the loneliness, rediscover what true friendship and human interaction means. I think we've kind of talked about that one, but any other comments with that?
I just think it really is revealing when you look around the world, especially places that don't have as much electronic sort of distraction or TVs or games or whatever. All of those cultures have a huge dance influence, and usually it's a big part of everyone's lives. So when you see that, when it's everywhere, there's a really good reason for that. And it's just a shame if you don't try it out for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with it as a kid, so I mean, it was always part of my lifestyle, learning how to dance at a community hall when I was really quite young. And so when I didn't have that, even when I went to university, because it just wasn't the same, I went back as a young adult and went back to the community dances. The last few points on our list is music and dance as a shared uh, interest and passion. Um, I can't even tell you how many times I've been out in a situation, even dancing in the States, but if we're out dancing and we see other people out dancing, immediately you can strike up a conversation with them because they have that shared passion of dancing. A lot of times you end up dancing with them, then you end up talking to them, then you meet new people. Whereas if you just go to a bar, sometimes you can just have a drink with your partner or your wife or significant other. There'd be another couple across the room. You'd never meet them. So
Mm-hmm.
again, if you have a shared passion with dancing or music, it's an interest that you share.
Yes,
Um,
I just have to second that because it's very true.
yeah. And the last thing I have on the list, and we can talk about anything else we want, is that the social connection makes us happier. Well, I know this COVID restriction in these times have made my attitude not as nearly as positive. I'm not nearly as tolerant as I used to be.
Right.
So yeah, you know, we need that social connection, and dancing was that for me, and it definitely did make me happier. So I'm looking forward to the times when that all is back. Any last words, Stuart? What are your thoughts?
I feel like that last sentence, social connection makes us happier. That really sums it up. We're not only saying it though because we are in Country Pride Dance Club. I mean, we're saying it. I mean, there's how much research on it. There's how many different dance clubs you can go try out. I think it's important that you do try it out if you feel like off or something's missing, or especially after this long time we've just had, right? Where now everyone really feels isolated and really feels cut off from, the community at large. Or maybe if you like took a look at what you had going on before and you're like, when this is all dialed back, I'd like to try some stuff. This would be a great thing to try.
Absolutely, yeah, you're so right. You know, the whole social connection making us happier. You know, it's an absolute necessity as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, and dancing is a great way to fulfill that need that we need. Yeah, in our lives. Um, well, unless you have anything to add, Stuart, that's pretty much it for today. Any last words?
Look forward to seeing everyone out. Couple months. It's finally going to happen.
That's right. We believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And so I just want to thank everybody who joined us today for our podcast, and we'll see everybody on the next one.
Take care, everyone.